Hey there, Joe. I just wanted to let you know that I was going to be sending you the check for Rosalie's graduation money. I know it's just a little bit late, but better that than never, right?
Oh, Mom, are you sure? You know you really don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Of course I'm sure. My granddaughter worked so hard to get through school, and I think she deserves it.
Okay then. Thank you so much. I know that she's really going to appreciate it.
I mean, I just can't believe that she's finally out of preschool and is going to start elementary school. Where does the time go?
I feel you there. I remember taking her from the hospital, and now she's going to be a first grader. Is this what it was like with me?
Something like that, to be sure. You blink and then all of a sudden your little baby is a full-grown adult. I remember taking you home from the hospital too, you know.
Well, that certainly says something. But it's true though. They do grow up and get big so quickly. And now we'll have to figure out a new food budget and buying school supplies. It feels like we signed up for some kind of expensive subscription service or something like that.
Yes, I remember when it was time to take you back to school shopping. But if you're worried about money, maybe I could include a little bit of money for you in what I was going to send.
Really? You mean it? That would be incredibly helpful.
Of course, but just make sure that it all goes towards getting Rosalie what she needs to start school.
Oh, you won't have to worry about that. There is so much that we need to get ready for her. Maybe we can even afford to buy her a little desk of her own to have in her room and study. Oh, wow. This is really going to change everything. Thank you so much, Mom.
Well, like I said, I remember how stressful of a time the start of the school year was. And I just remember being surprised by all the little things we had to buy for you. So hopefully this helps. And if there's any money left over afterwards, make sure to buy something nice for Rosalie, like a toy or something from me, okay?
I'll be sure to do that. I know that she'll really appreciate that.
Well, okay then. I'll go ahead and let you know when the checks are in the mail. We'll talk again soon. Have a good day, son.
Wait, just one more thing. I had something that I wanted to ask you, Mom. A favor.
You wanted to ask a favor from me. What is it?
Well, I was wondering if you would just put a little extra money on top of all that so we can afford to buy Rosalie a new backpack too. I really hope that's not asking for too much.
Well, I guess I can do that. But do I need to be the one who pays for all of that?
Sorry, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's just that hasn't your wife's parents sent any money to either of you for Rosalie? I just don't want to overstep my boundaries as a grandparent and take away from a chance for them to do something.
Oh, I see what you're worried about. But there really isn't anything to be concerned about whatsoever.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I was going to ask Helena's parents to help with the backpack, to be honest. But then I thought better not to. Helena told me that her parents are going through some financial troubles right now, and it seemed wrong to ask for something.
Oh, I see. Well, yes. I suppose you're probably right about that. There's no need to make them feel pressure to buy anything if they're in dire straits. But if that's the case, then I don't have any problem in helping you get her a backpack.
Thank you so much. We would do it ourselves, but our budget is just really tight right now. And for some reason, kids' backpacks are just so expensive.
Well, I guess it sounds like everyone is having some economic trouble these days. Do you really not have any spare money at all?
If I can be honest with you, we're having a bit of trouble. And I've seen some backpacks go as high as $600, and I just don't really think we can spare that much right now.
You mean that between the two of you, you don't have that much money? I thought that you both were working, no?
Well, the thing is that Helena is just really bad at saving money. She is always buying fancy handbags, perfumes, clothes, and stuff like that.
Oh, really? I had no idea that your wife was such a shopaholic. I have to say that I'm kind of surprised. She really didn't strike me as that kind of person at all.
I know, but to be honest with you, her and I have been having some issues. I think things are starting to get quite bad between us. And it just seems like Helena has no intention of stopping.
I see. Well, do you think it's possible that she's stressed from the pressures of raising children? I certainly hope that you're doing your fair share of work around the house and child rearing. After all, you do both work, remember?
Hey, I'm not saying that I'm the perfect husband or anything, but I always try and do my fair share of work. If anything, it's Helena that needs to step it up around the house a little.
You really mean that? She doesn't help out at all?
Anytime we might have a chance to do some work around the house, she always just conveniently disappears. And then when she shows back up at the house, she always has a shopping bag on her arms. Honestly, it's starting to really become an issue.
Wow. It sounds to me like she's using shopping as a kind of coping mechanism or something like that. But I do hope that this is all just a passing phase that will stop when she gets this out of her system. I suppose I knew people who acted this way when I was younger. Even I was guilty of splurging now and then.
Really? Even you? That's kind of surprising to hear, actually.
Well, it was just that your father made quite a bit of money in those days, and I guess I just didn't have the incentive to learn how to spend better or smarter. It took a while, but eventually your father and I settled into stable buying patterns, and were less concerned with always shopping.
I see. And do you mind if I ask what it was that caused you and Dad to calm down?
Well, I think we just realized that we were being wasteful. Not only that, but we need to realize we should be focusing more of our energy on raising you.
I see. I guess that all makes sense when you put it like that.
But anyways, I say all that to make the point that I'm sure this will pass for Helena. Until then, you just need to make sure that she's not overspending and push you all into the red. If that was happening, then I think we would have to come up with another approach to this issue of yours.
Hey Mom, I'm really sorry, but do you think I can ask you for a little help?
Help? What do you mean? What is it that I can help you with?
Well, I actually was just wondering if you can send us a little more money. And if possible, I'd prefer a large amount of money.
Don't tell me that things haven't improved for you at all financially. The last time we were talking, you were telling me about your money problems. What do you think the problem is? Is it overspending? Are you not making enough money?
Well, I would never complain about making more money, but Helena is just still spending everything we have.
There you go talking about Helena again. What is she doing this time?
Well, I told you how she was doing a lot of shopping, and that was only one reason we were having money problems. In fact, at this point, I think she might just be trying to scam me.
Scammed? You really mean she's just after your money and doesn't care about anything else?
Right. The thing is that Helena actually quit her job, so then I was extra worried about how to afford to take care of everyone. But Helena still wasn't slowing down on the spending, even then.
So you mean that even though she's quit her job, she's still spending as if you have two incomes?
Exactly. Not only that, but she's been leaving all of the housework and child rearing to me while she goes out on her shopping spree. I barely even get to spend $1 a day on myself.
You can barely afford to give yourself $1 a day? How do you even live like that?
Well, I've been buying mostly instant ramen to eat for lunch at work. And also sometimes I skip eating dinner as well. And even then, there are some days where I'm eating even less than that.
So you're really telling me that your monthly food budget for yourself is never greater than about $30?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's horrible, son. I wish that you would have come to me about this problem sooner. But I'm really just shocked that your wife hasn't stopped her shopping at all to think about the effect it could be having.
I know. I've actually tried to talk to her about this before, but she just gets so mad at me. I even tried to talk to her just a few days ago, and the same thing happened. She's gotten so mad before she even hit me, so I really just don't try to bring it up at all now.
I don't even know what to say right now. I had no idea that Helena was that kind of person. She always seemed like such a sweet, kind, and caring person.
Well, she's always like that when you or others are around, but the truth is that she's a bully who loves to shop, and I really need your help.
Okay, I understand. How about I start by sending you about $3,000? Will that be okay?
I think that that's going to keep us afloat for the time being. Yes, but please don't say a word about any of this to Helena at all, okay? I don't even want to think about how she would react if she found out.
But if no one says anything to her, then this is just going to continue, right? That isn't something that you want to happen, is it, Joe?
I don't know what other choice I have. I'm not that far up the company ladder, and I still have got a small child to take care of. I just don't have that much leeway to think about anything else but working and taking care of the kid. You're the only one giving me any kind of breathing room, Mom. But I swear that I'll try to think a way out of this when I have a chance.
Okay. I hope you can do that. In the meantime, I'll send over the money right away. Please go and get yourself a real meal to eat.
Thank you so much, Mom. You don't know how happy I am that I can actually count on someone like you.
Hello, Carmen. It's been a while since we last talked, hasn't it? I'm really sorry to be messaging you out of the blue like this, but I was just curious if my husband came to you asking for help.
Oh, Helena. It really has been a while, hasn't it? You want to know if Joe has come asking me for help? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What kind of help?
Well, you may have heard about our family's financial troubles, so I was wondering if you didn't give him some money recently.
Oh. Well, where did you hear about these financial troubles?
Well, I guess it helps when Joe and I live under the same roof. It isn't hard to see that things have gotten tighter for us.
You think so?
Carmen, I'll be honest with you. You're not a very good liar. And you did give Joe money, didn't you?
Well, I suppose there is no use in trying to hide the truth now. But yes, if you must know, I gave Joe some money because he asked for it.
I knew it.
And I am sorry for not saying anything about this to you sooner. But from my understanding, you are partially to blame for these money troubles. Not only that, but Joe has told me all about the horrible things you've done to him.
Wait, what? What are you talking about, Carmen?
Please don't play dumb with me. I know about how you've been spending all my son's money as if it were unlimited. Did you know that all your spending has led to Joe not even being able to afford to eat some days? I just felt so awful for him. And that's why I sent him money.
And I take it that you heard all of this from Joe himself, yes?
That's right. He told me all that I need to know about you. Like how you forced him to take care of the house and raise Rosalie all by himself. At first, I thought that you might have been shopping as a way to get rid of stress of being a new parent. But even so, it's clearly gone much too far as things stand now.
I see. So these are all the things that my husband has been telling you. Well, please, let me be the first to tell you that I haven't been doing anything like that at all. Especially not spending heaps of money that I don't have.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to tell me that my son was lying to me about all of this?
Well, have you done anything to confirm any of the things that he was saying about me?
And just how would I even begin to confirm those things?
Well, I think it would just be easier if we met in person to talk about this. Would you mind if I came over to talk?
I suppose that's fine, yes. But what is this all about? What's going on here?
I just think that it's going to be easier to explain everything once we've met in person. But I think you deserve to know the truth. And that's why I have to show you.
Very well then. If you want to talk to me in person, why don't you come over tomorrow around noon?
Perfect. I will be sure to be over around then. And please, don't say a word of this to Joe.
Hey there, Mom. I'm really sorry to ask again, but I need some more money. Helena just won't stop sending everything I have, and I just don't know what to do anymore.
You want more money from me? I'm sorry, but the answer is no. I'll happily give money to either Helena or Rosalie though, but I have no intention of giving you even another cent.
Wait, what do you mean you'll give money to them but not to me? What are you talking about?
Well, after all, it's not like you need any money. You have plenty of it already, don't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mom. But I have told you about how she was taking all of the money. I don't have a single cent to my name. I could hardly even afford to eat lunch. Remember?
I think you've got it all backwards, son.
Backwards? What do you mean by that? I still don't get it.
I mean that the one who is taking and spending everyone else's money is you, isn't it? And you've been putting all of the housework and child rearing on Helena as well. You've been taking advantage of your family, including me, to take care of you.
Mom, you don't actually believe any of what you're saying, right? I mean, you don't really think that I'm the bad guy here, right?
How do you explain to me then why your wife and daughter both look like they're starving, huh? Not to mention the fact that their clothes are all tattered and it looks like they haven't had a real haircut in who knows when.
Wait a second. You saw Helena and Rosalie?
That's right. They were at my house not that long ago, and I was just shocked by their appearance when they arrived.
I get it. This is all part of her plan. Don't you get it? Helena made her and Rosalie look like that so she could try to cover her own tracks with all her spending. That's what's going on here.
And you really think that Helena lost all that weight just to talk to me? Can you just cut this out and tell me the truth already?
Well, okay. The thing is that the two of them were both sick with stomach bugs for a couple of weeks, and that's why they lost so much weight. But I haven't been stealing money from Helena or anything like that.
And have you been doing anything to help the two members of your family who were sick and wasting away?
I didn't do anything to them, if that's what you're asking. Why can't you see that Helena is just lying to you? How could you not believe me, what I'm trying to tell you?
So you're still not going to come clean to me, huh? I had to say that I'm just very disappointed in you, Joe.
Mom, please. You have no idea what you're talking about right now. What's happened? Why have you turned against me?
That is exactly what I want to know. How did my sweet boy end up such a horrible man? Anyways, Helena and Rosalie are going to be staying with me for the time being. I'm not letting them go back home to you.
Mom, what the heck is going on over there? I just got a call from Helena, and she told me she wanted a divorce and was going to try to take me to the cleaners with alimony. I don't believe this. How did it all come to this?
Are you really so shocked that she would do something like this after all you've done to her?
What are you talking about, Mom? I literally didn't do anything at all.
Well, if you must know, I was the one who told her to leave you. I told her that for the kid of your child and herself, that she would have to. I am going to make sure that the girls are taken care of and that you never do anything to her again.
This doesn't make any sense though. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you tearing my family apart?
You brought this upon yourself and you know it. I mean, really, do you have no sense of shame? And what is this I hear about you quitting your job too? Don't you realize that if Helena ever decided to leave you, that would be the end of you? Not that anyone could blame her for wanting to do so.
You really don't mean that, do you, Mom?
Of course I do. I am just so ashamed of you.
I can't believe that you're really just going to let me take all the blame for this. This isn't fair at all.
Oh, you don't have all the blame. As your mother, I can't help but feel some level of responsibility over this. And that's why I promised Helena that she would have my backing, no matter the choice she made for herself.
But what about the money? You didn't really tell her to try to take me for everything that I have, did you?
Personally, I think that if you get away with this only having to pay money, that you'll be very lucky. I mean, just think of what you put your own poor daughter through. This isn't something you can just apologize away, you know.
But if Helena takes my money, then I'll have nothing at all. Not a single cent.
Yes, I suppose this means you have to start working again, won't you? And I imagine a cut of every paycheck you got would have to go to Helena in some way. But those are more details for her to work out with her lawyer. The lawyer whose services I'm paying for, of course. I want to make sure Helena has all the support she needs when she takes you to court. There's going to be nowhere for you to run and hide.
Wait, but then, how long am I going to have to keep paying for her?
Don't you know how child support works? You'll keep sending Helena money until Rosalie is 18 years old. But you know, you might be able to get a head start on your savings if you get rid of some of your video games. It sounds like you'll need every dollar you can get.
Please, you have to tell her to stop. She can't just leave me like this. It isn't right.
And what's not right about it? The only thing that I can see that isn't right here is that you've been leeching off your wife while contributing nothing. So you've got some nerve to talk about what is and isn't fair and isn't right. Honestly, did you really not think anything was going to come of treating your own family this way? In fact, I don't even want you to call me mom anymore. You are no son of mine. I was ready to stand by your side through any adversity you were going through, but you took advantage of that kindness and lied to me. You tricked me so that I would turn a blind eye to the mistreatment you were showing your own wife and kids. I don't think I've ever been this angry or disappointed.
Mom, I'm sorry. I never should have lied to you.
I thought I told you to stop calling me your mom. It's clear now that you've always been the one with the spending issue, not your wife. You were the one spending all your family's money, including mine, and not leaving anything for Helena or Rosalie. After all this is done, I never ever want to hear from you ever again. Do you understand me? About an hour later, Joe was at my house, banging on the door and begging me to let him see his wife and kids. He even slid an envelope with $3,000, the amount I had let him earlier, under the door. But I took the envelope and didn't say a single word to him. Of course, I wasn't scared, because I asked some neighbors and family to be there at my house in case Joe tried anything. He didn't burst down my door or anything like that, but I take that as a sign that he realized he's lost. After that, he had to find a job and start working again in order to pay all the money he ended up owing Helena. Although the court was also ordered a restraining order for Joe against Helena and Rosalie. After all that, I told Joe that he was being removed from my will. With no one on his side, and even me, his mother, turning my back on him, I heard that Joe became a very depressed person. He dedicated himself to paying off all the legal fees as fast as possible. He even got the court to agree to allow him to pay all his child support in one lump sum. After that, he packed his bags and moved, never to be heard from again. I still feel bad that things had to end the way that they did, but I'm glad that while I may have lost a son, I've gained a daughter and granddaughter in a way that I hadn't before. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.